In our culture today, we look around for someone to blame for our own discomfort, our problems, our shame. If we can just find someone else to pin it on for who and what they are. As we look, there are so many things that we see, and oftentimes what we see and experience as we look around is painful. There is no doubt that what other people do, circumstances, and painful cruelty, and these realities hurt us. And it is always easier to spot that flaw, that sin in someone else. And we see it in full truth and reality. And when we see it, we think we have solved the problem, discovered the main issue, and we back away as we see this in others. And we miss the beauty of this day as it speaks to us. For the sin and struggle of others is not meant to justify our own anger and serve to punish in blame. It should serve to invite us to see where we are the same. So this Good Friday, look deep into the mirror. Look through the light, through Christ's light. And there, in the reflection, is the story of this night. I looked into the mirror, and what did I see? I saw Judas staring back at me. Lord, why did things get so out of hand? None of this is in control. And when I am not in control, I get afraid. Everything was fine the way it was. Sure, I took things from the poor. I stole money from the treasury. I work hard. I deserve it. I could settle this whole mess down by simply handing you over, Jesus. And I can make some good money too. Do not judge or condemn me, my friends. Greed in your world still causes people to cheat on their taxes, ignore the poor, and withhold their offerings and money from the church as if they have none. Oh, greed still runs you too. Fear, anger, and revenge have all you people gladly betraying one another with rumors and gossip. Sure, I am Judas, but I am also you. I looked into the mirror, and what did I see? I saw Peter staring back at me. Lord, I will not deny knowing you, or so I said. And 3 times I swore an oath I did not ever know you, for fear I might be dead. Do not judge or condemn me, my friends. The world you live in is filled with liars and cheats and people that would say anything to advance their cause and save their hides. Even worse yet are the things you never say. There are so few people that stick up to racist comments, trash talking the poor, condemning people that are different by sexuality, religion, or nationality. Your silence in times when you should speak is deafening. It is no better than me denying Jesus. Sure, I am Peter, but I am also you. I looked into the mirror, and what did I see? I saw the priests and the Pharisees and the scribes staring back at me. We have studied long and hard for our positions, and we run this church and the faith. We've done it for many, many years, thousands. We are smarter than others. We know best. We can read and interpret the scriptures. Everything is smooth and running fine just the way it is. And all the people trust and follow us. They don't know any better. Let them remain dumb. We do not need this Jesus casting doubt, teaching love, changing things to cause us trouble with our fat jobs and our unquestioned authority. The church is always better when everyone knows their place and stays there. The world you live in is no better than ours. People love control and power and claim authority and being right, and they do this over mercy and love all the time. You still sit and decide who really belongs in your so-called churches. You make it about looks or money, clothes, popularity, and rules. worry about membership, who attends and who doesn't, what they smell like, how they act. You're even worse to the poor, the hungry, and the homeless as you blame them for their lot. Good job, we love that. Protect your church. Make sure you keep the good ones in and throw the bad ones out. Sure, we are the scribes, the Pharisees, the teachers of the law, but we are also you. I looked into the mirror, and what did I see? I saw Pilate staring back at me. This man has done nothing wrong, but to keep you happy, I will have him beat. And if you please, you can kill him as well. Just shut up already. Leave me alone. I am washing my hands of this man's blood. The world you live in is no better than mine. You give in to the crowd as well. It is always easier to go along with a screaming mob as they shout out for the craziest things. Yes, you have political freedom, but some of the things shouted at your rallies are just plain wrong. Sporting events, the crowds get so abusive. Even Little League and Pee Wee football ends up in fights and violence. I'm not talking about the children. It's the coaches and parents. Your crowds are ugly. Your mobs are powerful. And people cut and run from the hard stuff all the time. They make mistakes. They blame others. And you wash your hands all the time, claiming it's out of your control. You give up. You walk away. You are no better than me. Sure, I am Pilate, but I am also you. I looked into the mirror, and what did I see? I saw the soldiers staring back at me. We have our orders. Capture this man, Jesus. Beat this man, Jesus. Crucify this man named Jesus. We have our orders, and we follow them. You cannot blame us for being good soldiers. We have been told what to do. We are working men, feeding our families. We have to do what we're told. The world you live in is no better than ours. You do things you should not, just because it's part of your job. You hold your tongue when you should speak out and you call it customer care. You double bill and you penalize in the name of profit and money, and you call it contractually justified. Or even worse, you listen to gossip and rumors as if the facts and believe that the information is true just because someone tells you it's true. And as long as you have someone to blame, you love repeating it. Sure, we are soldiers, following orders, the words of others, but we are also you. I looked into the mirror, and what did I see? I saw the disciples staring back at me. We have scattered and run to protect ourselves. It is so difficult to love Jesus and yet remain so far away when he is in pain and being beat and tortured. We cannot help. The crowd is so ugly, we have to stay safe. Your world is no different than ours, you know. It is always easier to keep a safe distance from the ugly mess of the world. No one speaks up when the other race is called names. No one speaks up when women are treated like objects and diminished because they're girls. No one speaks up, and in fact, many laugh when sexist jokes are told in off-color stories. No one says a word when people are mocked for their sexuality, their looks, how much money they make, or how they dress, or even what they drive. Every time you feel the urge to step in and speak up, the fear takes over. You say nothing. You play it safe. Sure, we are the disciples, but we are also you. I have seen enough this night. This mirror staring back at me. It seems all of creation is filled with sin and insanity. I run from the mirror and I cling to the cross. There has been great suffering and loss. I search all around to clear these visions I have seen, and the darkness falls around me. Is life really this cruel and mean? Humanity is flawed straight from the womb. And I search for hope tonight, it seems dead in the tomb. As we return home this night to wonder just what might be, take a look in your mirror and think about what you see. In desperation this night, I return to the mirror and hope I am given as this I hear. I looked into the mirror, and what did I see? I saw Jesus looking back at me. My child, do not live in fear. I know you. I see you. I love you. Remember this night, not for sin or for shame. Remember my strength for what I proclaim. Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. This suffering and death was given for you.